Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the next episode of Meta Air Riders. And today we are not doing Rick on the Rex Wheelie, but I might do a video on that later. But it won't be a Meta Air Riders video because we already did the Rex Wheelie. But today we are doing... Where is Cappy? There he is. We're doing Cappy. And we're going to be putting him...
Cappy!
On the formula. And
Formula
this
stop.
combo's pretty self-explanatory. Character that can turn the best on the fastest machine in the game. So, Cappy fixes a lot of issues with the Formula Star. But one of the things I wanted to say is his passive ability with his cap actually gives him like extra defense, which pairs really well with the Formula Star and helps you to not get kind of like screwed over in some kind of way when you're racing. Because in the Formula Star, if you get knocked around or if you're running into a wall or like anything like that, you can lose like all your speed, and you definitely don't want that to ever happen. But Cappy helps it with like acceleration and turning. And he also gives the extra defense as just like a little side bonus. So Cappy's probably the best character to use with the Formula Star, cannot lie. I did see a request for Susie's scooter, which I might do at some point. But I do already have a scooter video, so I will link that if you guys want to watch it. It is Saki's scooter, which is what our opponent is going to be playing. But yeah, let's see what we got going into the first game here.
Launch! Soar!
Alright, here we go into our first game on Cavernous Corners. This is an okay Formula Star track because at the end you do get one of those sections where like Rocket and Formula are crazy, like going off the rail. Also, you may notice that I don't charge boost when I play Formula, and that is because the Formula boost is like so bad that it's not even worth like charging when you go around a corner. You're better off just accelerating normally. And I haven't played Formula in a long time, so forgive me for riding the wall right there. But we are doing pretty well in second. Now normally you don't want to charge, but if you do get a long time to charge like you do right there, you can take advantage of your boost. But normally if it's going to be like a 90-degree turn or something, it's just better to brake pump. See, like right there I didn't get like any mobility at all coming out that second boost. So the Formula Star's boost is like something you definitely got to get used to playing this thing. Also, you don't want to hit the geysers, but it's really hard to not hit geysers when you're playing on a vehicle that kind of just moves forward. So that is the big weakness of the Formula Star, is you're just going to be moving straight all the time, and there's not much of a way to go a different way, you know? But if you do get a section where you can go straight and not even have to brake pump, you can get so much speed. Now in this section here we should be getting a lot of speed too. You usually want to avoid ramps on the Formula as well. But yeah, there you're gonna see I'm not even gonna boost just because it's gonna take so long to charge up my boost. I'm not even gonna get anywhere with it. We are gonna pop our special here because it's going to give us our cap back, and we're going to accelerate much faster, which is what we need in that moment, because we're just going too slow. Like the Formula, you just got to be aware, if you're going slow, you need to fix that as soon as possible on this machine, because its acceleration is so slow. So like I was willing to use my special just to accelerate. And right there we did run into the wall, which is why I charged my boost that time. Just so we can get a little bit of a start going. So that's one way you can use the Formula's boost. If you like make a mistake, you can kind of use the boost to kind of nullify it a little bit. We should end up in first here because we are in first place. And usually, even when you're in like third or fourth place, coming on the end of a like big straightaway like this on Formula, you're gonna steal the game. So if you're in first place, you definitely won't lose at the end of the race on Formula. So decent first race right there. I do gotta kind of get back into the rhythm of the Formula and not run into walls so much. By the way, I just learned about a new mechanic after uploading my last video, because there's a lot of stars in this game that can like break into a wall on a slight diagonal and do this thing that's called a wall slide. But the Formula Star isn't one of those vehicles, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of that here. But on the Hop Star, it's really, really useful. The Hop Star is actually like the best vehicle to use it on. I just didn't know it was a thing, which is why I didn't use it. Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I got 6th in that last race, so something must have went wrong. Not sure what it was. I think I just had a bad like crash at the end and I couldn't get acceleration back up quick enough to keep up with the pack while everybody was spamming their specials into the finish line, because it was on Fantasy Meadows. But I don't know, 6th place, that's not a race I want to show you guys, so hopefully we get a better race going into this next game. Alright, here we go. Next race here on Wave Flow Waters. Unfortunately, I think there's a bunch of bots in this one, but
3, 2, 1.
that is just how this game is, and it's something we gotta deal with. But yeah, Wave Flow Waters on the Formula. It's not a good Formula stage because at the end there is a lot of tight turns you have to take. But there is a really nice section in the middle where you can go straight for a really long time, and I'll try to show you guys that. Something we're going to do here, or at least try to do, is ride along these walls here to keep our momentum. It could be a little difficult, which is why I kind of messed it up right there. But you're going to see right here, it's just going to be one of those sections where it's like, just brake pump. It's not even worth boosting. And we are going to take the right rail right here. And we're just going to kind of lean in on the right path. And then you can hit this ramp, and hit this ramp. And then you can hit that boost. And then because there's so much turning here, you're going to actually slow down so much that you're going to want to boost again. And that's pretty textbook Wave Flow Waters lap. Sometimes you can boost around that corner, but also it takes so long. Sometimes it might be better to brake pump. So, a lot of times with this star, it's about knowing when should I brake, and not necessarily, or when should I boost, when should I brake, you know. I don't want to pop my special too early, but I think I popped it too late, to be honest, because I don't think I'm going to get any value here. I was hoping I could save it for after the rail here, but I don't think it's going to do anything, unfortunately. So I probably should have just used it earlier. And easy first place. Like I said, a lot of bots in that lobby, so just kind of sucks. But I feel like I raced the track pretty well, aside from my special timing. But I mean, like, if it was more people, I probably would have had to use my special a lot differently. because I'm not going to be hanging in first the entire time. Anyway, we got another race here, and it looks like there's going to be 3 bots in this one. On Steam Gust Forge. This is a good formula track. This is a really good formula track, actually, because you can take advantage of the steam with that. That wasn't perfect though, because I ran into the wall. But this section right here is really straight, and you just get a lot of mileage right here. And then you turn right here and turn right here, kind of half boost, I guess. And then you see, like, I held brake and I like lose all my momentum. That's like the awkward thing about using the Formula Star. That's why I keep saying, like, you need to brake pump more than you boost. Because, like, if you hold your boost too long, you just end up losing all your speed, and then you have no speed left. And that section's a little awkward because you do kind of have to slide. And then here's a good section for Formula because you just hit these steams. I missed that last one. I guess you want to turn left after you hit that second one. But yeah, then you get on this, and this section isn't amazing, but I mean it could be a lot worse. And then this right here is where you're going to get the full mileage, just rolling into the finish line. And yeah, now we've got a decent lead. Now we just got to take off. That's one good thing about the Formula Star, is if you get a good lead, you can really just start taking off and make it really hard to like catch up to you if you execute your lap right. Just because this vehicle is so fast. Really good, like, speed running vehicle. Let's try the lower path this time, see if it feels any different. I guess I could have went like under. Oh, I kind of crashed right there, and you see one crash can ruin your whole run on the Formula Star if you're not careful, but thankfully I have my special, so we are going to be able to catch up a lot here and probably still win. Of course, Wheelie Bike's going to do better than us on this section though, which kind of sucks. But he didn't take it optimally. So we should win at the end here because we just go straight and we have the highest top speed in the game. Yeah. So yeah, Steam Gust Forge can be good. Some of the turns are a little awkward, but the parts that matter, like at the beginning and the end of the track, are what's really gonna get you a good run on Steam Gust. It doesn't do amazing on the blimps, but it is playable for sure. It's playable. Also, we got hijinks. Hello. Going into our 4th race for the video here. Hopefully we get less bots, and it looks like our wish is getting granted. Alright, and we are back where we started on Cavernous Corners. It looks like the last person to join in is a split screener.
3, 2, 1, start!
So we got a full lobby of real people here. And Hijinks, who is really good. So we'll see. And I'm gonna crash there because I literally cannot turn because I kept getting hit. Holy. And that is just the weakness of the Formula Star, and you just gotta deal with it when you're playing it. And right here is slow acceleration too. It's like once you fall behind, you really like need a straightaway to catch up. Thankfully we're gonna get one of those here, and a decent star trail to follow. I accidentally hit my camera right there. I also accidentally quick spin boosted, which is kind of funny. Oh no, I turned. Oh, okay, it went away. Okay, we missed that geyser, and we missed that geyser. Clean run on the geyser. The hijinks, I believe, is way up ahead of us. And he is playing Wingstar. This is a flyer track, so yeah, that's just that might be just how it is for us. We'll see if we can catch up. I mean, if I play the lap clean, I should be able to like manage something. Okay, I think I gotta pop it. I just got hit too much. I'm gonna use a special for the extra turning and acceleration. And thankfully this Caleb guy is gonna bump us ahead a little bit, which is kind of lucky for us. And now we need to hit this panel. Let's go. And now the goal is to catch up to hijinks, which is going to be a challenge. Hijinks did not take the left path, they instead went for the drill. And they also got air from the drill after. Interesting. That was rough. Oh, this is really rough geyser section for us. There's nothing we could do there. We should pull out in second here, I believe. Second or third. Yeah, we got second. Alright. Still played it clean, but just kind of got better vehicled at the end of the day for that course. Just kind of what it is. When you're playing a good player that knows what they're doing on a better vehicle for the stage, sometimes second's the best you can ask for, so can't be too mad about it. But yeah, you did see the power of the Formula Star right there at the end of that track, being able to just kind of steal second place off of those two players in front of me right there. That's what the Formula Star is known for, just finishing strong. Its main issue is that it's hard to get to that point in a lot of races, because you end up racing the whole track and then like everybody's turning so fast and you're slowly accelerating and just trying to barely hang on to that star trail. And as long as you can stay behind the people in front of you and use their star trails, you can usually catch up. But sometimes it's a situation like that where there's a flyer in the lobby and then there's no star trail to use, and then you're just kind of screwed and you end up getting second. So I will skip to when we get our next game. I don't know why it's taking so long today. Alright, here we go onto Siberian Highway. This is actually a Formula Star track. Formula Star is like the second best vehicle on this track, I think, behind Rocket. Or maybe it's worse than Winged. I don't know. Winged is pretty good here, but it sucks on this section, which is the main issue with it. We're gonna quick spin boost here because we're actually just going that fast off that section that we need a quick spin boost to get the maximum mileage out of the formula right there. So we're gonna hit this boost, and of course you guys see I am brake pumping a lot because that's what you gotta do when you are playing DV Formula to maintain your momentum. We do have flash, but it's actually optimal here to just go straight because we're in formula. But then we are going to use it for this, for sure. And we get a little bit out of that flash, thankfully. Gonna be forced down onto the bottom route here because the path ahead of us is just gonna disappear. But that's fine. And now we are just gonna go straight. That's the good thing about Formula. Even without the boost pads right there, I just go straight. And it's still going pretty fast, so I don't gotta worry about missing those panels. And here we go again. Quick spin boost off the wall. This is a really clean run of Siberian on Formula, actually. This is really, really clean. This is oddly clean. I even hit the this little quick spin right there and get maximum mileage. We'll pop it soon enough. There we go. And now because we're in special, we're going to get more power out of our boost because of our little booster cap. We are going to fall down to the bottom route here again, but it's fine. We have a good lead, and this is pretty much a guaranteed win at this point because even if I was in second, I would still have a pretty good chance of winning the race at this point in the race. And yeah, I missed all the boosters again, but it doesn't matter because I'm Formula and I can just go straight and I can go that fast. So I feel like that race right there definitely showed off the strength of the Formula Star for sure. I just kind of got a big lead and then people couldn't catch up to me because the Formula Star just takes off way ahead. So if you guys wanted some good gameplay, definitely got some for you in that 5th race there. Oh, Spuddy wants to challenge us on the Formula, I see. We also got Aelin back in the lobby. Alright, 6th race here. This might be the final race. Although, you know what? I did get a lot of bots this episode, so you know what? I'll do a 7th race for you guys after this one. Just because bot races are not fun to watch, I can't lie. So I'll definitely do another one for you guys. But yeah, this time we got Airtopia Ruins. And I just got griefed all the way into the wall by that sword ability right there. But we do get a jet for our troubles, which is going to help us out a lot because we're going to be on this section and we are just going to take off going straight. And we're going to quick spin boost right there. So that's going to be a little faster than charging around that corner with all the speed we have. And we're going to want to hit as many of these rings as possible while also not crashing. Which is easier said than done. Alright, here we're not even going to try to like boost around the corner. We're just going to take the rail. I think that's the best way to do it. Because boosting just stops so much of our momentum, and going on the rail we get a little bit of momentum coming off the rail. Not too much, but enough to where we can like justify going on it. We do have our special, and of course I am going to save it for a little bit here, but then I'm going to pop it on this turn just because I want the most acceleration as possible, and then we're going to get so much value going off of these ramps once again. I am not coming at the right angle for the quick spin boost like I was last time, which is why we are not taking it. And again, this is going to be one of our best sections right here. Just take advantage of all this boost. We're going to need to either hit somebody with freeze or just get really lucky here because I am a little bit behind. I think we're going to get 3rd place here, but we'll see. Yeah, third place. Wagon is really good on this stage, and I guess that other Formula player just outskilled me, so... Well, you know what it was? It wasn't that I got outskilled, it was that, like, I got hit by the sword like 18 times in the beginning, and I crashed directly into a wall. And there was just, like, nothing I could do at that point. Like, there was no catching up to that other Formula player at that point, because he just played so well after that. So, I mean, he did play skillfully, but it was also because I crashed into a wall because of that ability, which is the main reason I lost. But yeah, we're going to do one more for you guys because we are getting a lot of bots and slow queue times this episode, and I just want good quality content for you guys, so we're going to do one more here. Alright, here we are on Celestial Valley, and I'm not going to lie guys, I think there's a lot of bots again, but we are playing against Hijinks in a flyer, which should, in theory, always win against Formula on this stage. But we'll see. We'll see if I have that sauce. I definitely do not have the sauce, guys. GG's. Looks like we can hit both the rails though, and get a pretty good speed boost right there. And we can also quick spin right here. So that's all really fast. Now, our real challenge is keeping up. We are going to brake right here because I do believe that's faster than flying in the formula. And we do have a pretty good run going here. We're not that far behind Hijinks. Did he just roll drill? I know he did not just roll drill. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think we had a chance. But I'm also playing like poo-poo. Oh yeah. This is very skilled gameplay, guys. Very, very skilled. I'm doing nothing wrong. Yeah, we were pretty cooked. Unless I played that, like, literally perfectly. You know, the formula was a bit better on Celestial Valley than I was expecting. I thought it would be worse, but... Of course, it still falls flat because it can't take the shortcut in the middle of the track, which sucks. But yeah, that's the Formula Star. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.